What inspires you to create?
That's a good question. I'm really into upcycling. So funnily enough, I get a lot of inspiration through looking also at like furniture, because I've upcycled a lot of like tablecloths and curtains. So sometimes just getting like, because it's still like curation, right, as well, when you see like interior.
For sure.
So I'm really big on like kind of looking at like interior for like inspo, but then when I see like a specific kind of tablecloth or like a pattern that like really speaks to me, I want to kind of replicate that and maybe bring that to life in my own way through fashion. So yeah, I really like also just looking at how people display like their interiors, looking at different patterns. I'm big on like kind of styling things lots of different ways. So when I see people like using a bandana as like a detail, or like using like a top but like turn like with shirts like turning it the other way, or like pinning things up, like I get a lot of inspiration for looking at how people make the most out of items. That also brings kind of like longevity as well, and then their own kind of personality forward to how they've tweaked it. But what about you?
I think for me it's like, goes back to the whole storytelling aspect, like being able to like capture an identity and a creative kind of idea within something, whether it be a piece of apparel, a campaign, or even like just through the communications with one another. Like I just like that idea of being able to tell a story that somebody out there can relate with. And so like for me, like I tell stories to educate and to inspire, and hopefully like by doing that, people are then further inspired to create off the back of seeing what I've done, and making it like kind of making people understand that it's not hard to bring your ideas to life if you're committed to those ideas. Like, how do I explain it? It's not an easy task, but at the same time, if you are like really intentional about what you want to do and you know what it looks like, then you can just be like, you know what, actually, I've always wanted to like pick up a camera. Like, what can I do? Fat lump, I can rent the camera out for the day for £30. All right, cool. Let me rent the camera. Let me go and meet some of my friends. Let's do a shoot, and let me see if I enjoy this.
Yeah, it's like one step at a time, rather than thinking, oh, I want this whole shoot to come to life.
Exactly. Nobody's
like,
asking you to do the big idea. But you can do the little things first, build into the big idea, and then one day you bring out your big idea to life, and it's like, okay, cool, how do you go bigger? Or how do you do this again? How do you go better? And I feel like, for me, like I just want to show people that like the little steps are just as important as the final big product. And just take pride in all of it. Because sometimes like people think like it's so difficult, or it's like being a creative is like the be all and the end all, like you need to like commit all your life to that, and I'm not prescribed to that idea. I think like you can create.
You're gonna burn out. It's not sustainable either.
Like you can create naturally and organically, even in the little things you do. Whether it be, for example, you designing stuff in your house for your own space, or you then going a step further and selling it, or you like, I don't know, like putting together like a collage of photos. Like it's all little parts of creativity that can be relevant to a bigger stage and has value to somebody else outside of yourself. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Literally, man.